Greetings. All right. Every time I start spilling the tea on a situation, the audio always goes out. I think that's funny. It's okay though, because we just make a new video, so now I have a part 2. So this is going to be a part 2 to the previous reading, so if you did not check the previous reading, please go back and see that. It has collective messages at the beginning. This is for Capricorn through Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you only look at your sun sign, please look up your moon and look up your rising/ascendant sign, because your moon and your ascendant sign will be more connected to the heart of who you are, the soul of you as a person. Now, Gemini kept cutting out. So for some of my Geminis, you clearly don't want to hear something, or someone just doesn't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They just don't want to hear it. So Gemini, there's something here very prickly, and it has to do around betterment, lack, greed, force. There's punishment. Crime and punishment is what I was ending the last reading with when it was cutting out. So some of my Geminis, you could find yourself always in this karmic cycle of attracting relationships that involve crime and punishment. And you can wonder why this is. And this has to do with something karmically in your bloodline, your family, or it has to do with how you were raised and your experience with relationships. So as I was saying in the previous reading, if you are not at a space of peace within yourself, then you will not be able to harmonize with someone who has peace within themselves. If you are not at a place of peace within your soul, you will not find someone who is at a place of grounded peacefulness attractive. And if you are finding them attractive, then it can be because you are moving towards peace. But if you're not yet in a state of peace, then they will not be equally attracted to you. In fact, they might feel repelled from you. So for some of my Geminis, you're like in the tunnel. You're in the tunnel. You're in the starting gate. You're almost there, but you're still in the gate. So for some of my Geminis, you could be dealing with someone who is an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could also have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your chart. But for some of my Geminis, there is an over-competitive spirit, an over-competitive drive. There is a need to allow yourself to relax more, Gemini, and to ask yourself, why is it that you want to get punished, or why you want to punish somebody else? Like, what is it about that? Because there's something here with Geminis and the psychology of punishment that Spirit is really wanting you to get to the nitty-gritty, get to like the nitty-gritty roots. The bare bones is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing the lovely bones, which is a very dark story and sad, but with the Seven of Swords, some of my Geminis, it can be because you've been through so much deception. You feel like you've experienced so much deception, so you have just been conditioned to find a certain thing attractive. You've just been conditioned to treat a situation a certain way. It's just in your conditioning. Well, the good thing is, Gemini, is because of bioplasticity and neuroplasticity, you can reprogram yourself. So for some of my Geminis, there's a need to reprogram yourself so that you can actually have a healthy relationship, a healthy dynamic, not just with yourself, but for your children is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing for the kids, doing it for the kids. This can also be pets. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, the Sun. Speaking of children, some of my Cancers could be thinking about kids. You could be spending more time with your kids or your pets. Some of my Cancers, you could be exposing something. You could be getting more exposure when it comes to work. You can be really focused on work. And if you're in a power couple dynamic, some of my Cancers could be in a relationship with somebody that they also work with. So it's like you guys love each other, you're in an intimate relationship, and you also work together. And if you're not, then you're meant to be. Yeah, and for a lot of my Cancers, you're supposed to travel as well. Now, for some of my Cancers, someone, if you're in a relationship, you could be thinking, just the thought, I'm not saying you are, you could be thinking of what would it be like if you were with somebody else. Or your partner is wondering, what would it be like to be with somebody else? It's just the thought. Page of Swords with the Seven of Swords. Now, in this Page of Swords, it's like someone is like flashing. They're like flashing their chest. They're like, you can't touch. Okay, as my throat is going out there. So for some of my Cancers, you could want something to be hush-hush. You don't want any words. For some of my Cancers, that could be like a kink. It could be like a silent thing. Oh, like in public but silent, keep it quiet. For some of my Cancers who are parents, you know, be quiet so the kids don't catch you. Be quiet so the kids don't hear you. I'm just hearing that for some of my Cancers in relationship. Especially because my voice just went out like that. And things like that happen all the time, you guys. Whenever I'm doing readings like this, I'll feel physical things. Like, it's pretty crazy. what my physical experience is whenever I am doing the reading. So for some of my Cancers, there's definitely something here that you want to keep on the hush-hush, or someone wants to keep on the hush-hush. It's because with the Five of Pentacles and the subconscious energy, Cancer, this kind of connects to Taurus's reading. It's like someone needs to reawaken, re-stimulate, revive their love life. It's like if you've been in a connection for a long time, Cancer, then there's a need to get to the drawing board. There's a need to perhaps separate for a little bit and work on yourself, let your partner work on themselves, and then let yourselves come together, no pun intended, to allow yourself to share everything that you've learned in that time apart. For some of my Cancers, the Two of Wands, you're definitely looking from a distance. So the song Russ, From a Distance, you could still be checking in on an ex, or someone that's not even an ex, but someone that you just care about a lot. Maybe you never had a relationship with this person, but there is an attraction towards them, and you keep tabs on them. And I feel like they like, I don't think that they keep tabs on you as well, but they have like a likeness towards your energy, and there's like a warmth and a static, like an electricity between you two, Cancer. Ooh, but for some of the Cancers, you could be manifesting them to kind of look towards you. So Cancer, if you're quietly looking at somebody, and you have any energy of desire within you, you are manifesting them towards you. However, if you're the masculine, you should be the one, by polarity speaking, you should be the one to lead and to initiate. And if you're the feminine, you should honor the polarity and allow yourself to be receptive rather than to be the one to make the move. And if he hasn't made the move yet and you're like waiting here, sitting, waiting, wondering, sitting, waiting, wishing is what I'm hearing, then get yourself busy with, you know, your own endeavors. Expressing yourself more, exposing yourself more. There can be something here about Cancer, about attracting a partner. If you're single, for my single Cancers, you attract a partner the more that you speak up and share about yourself, because it's like the very things that you hide, that you're like, no, I only want to show that to my partner, like I only want my partner to know these things about me. Your partner isn't going to know that you are their partner unless you share it and express these things, Cancer. So it's like you have to get open and vulnerable and just express and be yourself, so that your future partner, the person who's meant to be with you, can actually see and know that you are their match. All right, after Cancer is Leo, and I'm not going to forget Leo because I've forgotten Leo like so many times. Leo and Virgo. I don't know why, it's just like that time in the year, I always like leave one out. All right, so Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, what's up with all these feelings? You're feeling all the things, Leo. There's so many emotions going through. Oh, so many emotions. Being a parent, am I ready to be a parent? Am I ready for this? Am I ready for that? Well, ready or not, here I come. I'm hearing Ready or Not by the Fugees. So Leo, ready or not, something is coming. Something is coming. Or you're going somewhere. Ready or not, you're going after them. Or ready or not, they're coming after you. And ready or not, maybe you guys are going to clash into each other. I'm seeing like, you know, two people when they see each other for the first time. This can also be like for some of my Leo guys, like chest bumping. Chest bumping with somebody. Ooh. And bumping uglies with somebody on the couch. Okay, Leo. So for some of my Leos, if you are like dating, this can be one of those things where you're having like a date with somebody and, you know, they come over to Netflix and chill and there's some fooling around on the couch. So for my Leos, if you want that, it seems like it is in the cards for you. And for my Leos who are in a serious relationship, there is a serious new chapter that could be involving children or a new pet in your life, Leo. I will say though, it's like some of my Leos, you're going along with this because you love the person, but you're reluctant. So for some of my Leos, you're like, literally these two are, okay, look at this. These two are having chitty chitty bang bang. She's looking at him so lovingly and he's literally looking away. He's like, participating, obviously, his ding-a-ling is inside of her. He's participating, but he's not looking at her, and she's like lovingly looking at him. Okay, so first of all, if you're a Leo and you're in a relationship and you are lovingly, like obsessively adoring over your partner, and your partner is just like chill, relax, and they're just like, yeah, what? And they're not like that into you, wake up call, they're not that into you. wake up. And if you're the person who's like letting this person like bounce up and down on you and look at you lovingly, and you're just like, yeah, I'm doing this because I should do this because we're married or we're in a serious relationship, so, you know, I'll do it. I'll be the King of Pentacles, but you're trying to manifest Magician, Three of Swords, somebody else. You need to just like cut it out, because it's going to bring a lot more pain in the long run, the longer that you try and fake it for some of my Leos. Now, for others of my Leos who are in relationship, there's something here, the elephant in the room. There's something here that someone could be avoiding. And for some of my Leos, there's something here about interracial. They're like different races. And I hate speaking on this, but it's just coming through really strongly. So for some of my Leos, it's like the person that you want to be with is of a different race or something. So your people, your tribe doesn't approve, or their people, their tribe doesn't approve. And so what, Leo? Because are they you? Are they going to be in your coffin at the end of your life? Like, are they living? No, it's your life, Leo. So there's a need here to really honor your life and honor your truth, because somebody who's in a relationship with a Leo is not honoring their truth. And they could be going for something like, oh, this person looks just like me, but it's not really it for them. It's not really it for them. Like they're fantasizing, they're desiring something else, and especially something or someone else of a different culture, specifically a different culture, a different race is coming through. All right, after Leos is Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. For some of my Virgos, you just feel, oh my gosh, stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Okay, so some of my Virgos, you're like, stop before you break my heart. So some of my Virgos, you could be pushing away. Some of my Virgos, there's someone that you're into, but you're literally like not looking at them, you're avoiding them. You're literally playing, I play it off and I'm dreaming of you. Okay, I act cool, but I'm fiending. I try to say goodbye and I choke. So that song is coming through very strongly. Virgo, Wheel of Fortune. It's just a matter of time. The wheel is spinning, and in divine timing, you and this person shall be together. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Woo! Okay, that is strong, Virgo. Oh yeah, 10 of Cups. Yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune came out again. So for some of my Virgos, if you have been emotionally unavailable, or your person has been emotionally unavailable and checked out because 8, they're working on their own balance, their own self-mastery, their own career, their own family, things like this, things of the sort, it is almost like exceedingly annoying. It is gnawing. I'm hearing it's gnawing on them. How much they want to move toward, there's like a hot air balloon. Someone's like traveling in a hot air balloon. They like have this revelation. I'm seeing like a theater, so someone could be going like to the movies, or this could be someone that you've been to the movies with. Oh my gosh, this can be going back to like, oh, thinking about our younger years. We were young and wild and free. Okay, so for some of my Virgos, this is like a childhood sweetheart thing. Someone that you had a crush on in middle school, elementary school, high school, or they had a crush on you. So someone, a blast from the past could be coming up, Virgo, you to them or them to you. And it's like a divine timing thing. With the 10 of Cups here, this is someone that you really want to have a family with. You see yourself having kids with this person. You see this person bearing your fruit. With the King of Swords, it's like the male in this dynamic has finally stepped into his manhood. It's like, oh, I just can't wait to be king. So big Simba Nala vibes here. Reclaiming Pride Rock after he's left and had a hero's journey, and he comes back from his hero's journey. He knows his truth, and his truth is you, princess. So definitely a strong energy here of my Virgos that are single, gaining further insight. Now for my Virgos who are in relationship, 5 of Cups, what's going wrong? Knight of Wands. All right, so for some of my Virgos in a relationship, you're a flirt. I'm a flirt. Soon as I see you walk up in the club, I'm a flirt. Yeah, so I'm a flirt. So for some of my Virgos, if you're in a relationship, you're a flirt or they're a flirt. Maybe, hopefully, both of you guys are flirts, so you don't really care. But if you're in a relationship with a Virgo and you're like drooling goo goo gaga over them, and you have any sort of possessiveness towards them, they're definitely flirting with other people. The Knight of Wands and the 5 of Cups is just like so strong here. For some of my Virgos, if you're entertaining someone, you're also entertaining other people. The Knight of Wands literally just came out again, you guys. Can't make this up. I can't make this up. 7 of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands. Some of my Virgos, you are having meaningless flings and you're waiting until the day, I don't know, the day that I found you. I don't know. Someone here is waiting for a connection, and in the meantime they're having meaningless connections that don't mean anything. But you're not going to manifest the relationship that actually means something by having meaningless connections with people that don't mean anything. Make it make sense. And with the Lovers card here, it's like there is a true path here, but you have to up level from this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a total F-boy, like, or F-girl. Just have to say it because it's true. The Knight of Wands is someone who is not there for a long time. They're there for a good time. They just want to get winked off and then they're going to walk away. And with the 5 of Cups, it's not even going to be that fulfilling in the end. So for some of my Virgos in a relationship, if you've cheated on them, you should probably just break up with the person that you're with and be with the person that you've cheated on them with, because it seems like you actually like that person a lot more. And if you didn't actually cheat, if you're thinking about it, you should probably, again, just leave the person. You make me want to leave the one I'm with, start a new relationship with you. This is what you do. Sorry, but I'm not sorry, because it's coming out very strongly here. Someone that is a Virgo is looking Knight of Wands, 5 of Cups, at other things because they're not happy with what they are in. And with the Emperor and the Lovers, strong Gemini and Aries energy coming through. Anything else for Virgo? Judgment in the reverse. So for some of my Virgos, you feel like you could have made a bad judgment call, or the person that you want feels like they made a bad judgment call. Like they should have, I'm hearing, I choose you, Pikachu. Someone here feels like they should have picked you, because judgment in the reverse, they feel like they made a bad choice. They made a wrong turn. A wrong turn. Yep. I did you wrong. You did me wrong. I take you back. You take me back. I did you wrong, girl, you did me wrong. So some of my Virgos, if you are having connections with people because you're trying to get over an ex from the past who did you wrong, but you also did them wrong and you know it, you want to be back with them and they want to be back with you. So why are you messing around when you want to be back with them and they want to be back with you? Make it make sense, Virgo. Sounds like someone just needs to grow a pair, because someone with the Knight of Wands is being immature and they need to grow a pair and step up to bat with the Tower. With the Tower, step up to bat, Virgo. Step up, okay? Step up. All right, what's after Virgo? Libra. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Libra, you're also a flirt, or someone is flirting with you. Oh, you want to flirt, but they're not flirting back. You're stressed. Too blessed to be stressed. 9 of Swords with the Knight of Cups. Someone here can be feeling heartbroken because they had a crush on somebody and that somebody didn't give them the time of day. Well, that person didn't give you the time of day, Libra, because they felt that your offer was superficial, that it wasn't genuine, that it wasn't actually deep and meaningful and lasting, and something that is actually going to stand the test of time. So there's an energy, Libra, of if, like, you came up as a Knight of Cups, or someone came up to the Knight of Cups as the Knight of Cups to you, and they're flirty and they're cute and they're attractive, and you're just like, meh, or they were like, meh, take whatever side of the plate you're on, but someone was this way, and the other person was like, you know, maybe like a decade ago I would have gone for that, but now I'm in a place where I have my empire, I have, you know, like, I do all these things in my day. I take care of myself. And because of that, I want someone who also does that. So this kind of goes towards the Aries reading. I believe it was Aries. Yeah, it was for Aries. It's like, if you have been working on yourself in your health, physical, mental, spiritual, then you are only going to want someone who has also done those things. So if you're like an 8 of all those things and someone comes up to you and they're only like a 3, a 4, 5, maybe a 6, you know, it's like, if you haven't done the work, then you just don't match. You can't compete where you don't compare. You can't compare where you don't compete, whatever that saying is. It's just not on the same alignment. You know, it's a frequency, like a radio station here. So for some of my Libras, if you're upset that a connection isn't working out or it didn't work out, Libra, don't be upset. you and them are not on the same frequency. And if you want to be on their frequency, then you have to do the inner work and the outer work to do that. You have to get your body purified, you have to get your mind purified, you got to get your spirit right. And if you're not doing those things, then you just have to see what is actually at your level. And if you don't like the people and the relationship options that are at the level you're at, then that should tell you something to start doing some work on yourself. And if it's not for you, then it's for the other person. Now for my Libras in relationship. For my Libras in relationship, we have justice here. So there can be new legalities, new contracts, getting new homes. But with the Five of Wands, there can be like custody battles. There can be tit for tat. I paid for that, so you pay for this. So there can be bickering. Hickory dickory dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck. I don't know that nursery rhyme, Libra. But I would look up the like, what is the overall message of Hickory Dickory Dock? Because it's coming through for my Libras. Yeah, so with the Hermit here in the Seven of Wands, some of my Libras in relationship can be pushing your partner away. Three of Swords, oh yeah. And the Knight of Cups came out again. Man, I try and do 2 separate readings, so it's like single and in a relationship, but it's all like the same thing that's channeling through, so I'm sorry. But for some of my Libras, if you're in a relationship, 3 of Swords with the Knight of Cups and the 3 of Wands, you've been flirting outside of the connection. Literally, this 3 of Wands has a girl on his lap, but he's touching this woman over here. So this goes back to, was it Virgo? It might have been Virgo or Leo. This goes back to the reading where they're in a relationship with someone of their own race or someone who is also a different race, but they're into somebody of a different race, a different culture. And you would have to leave the person that you're with, that you have a family with, or that you are, you know, like you've been in a long connection with and you guys look alike and all these things, to be with the person that you actually love who is of a different color or a different culture or a different spiritual belief than you. But with the 3 of Swords and the Knight of Cups, you've already gone too far, Libra. You've already gone too far. The Hermit and the 7 of Wands here. It's like you're trying to block what's already happened. I don't know. 2 of Pentacles, overall energy, bottom of the deck. That is juggling. So for some of my Libras in relationship, you are indeed juggling. Page of Wands, about flirting with somebody else. And I don't see actual physical. With the 10 of Pentacles, it absolutely can be someone that's in a relationship, but you are not fully satisfied. The Sun in the reverse. There's not total happiness here. Man, I said at the beginning of this, these readings are going to be pretty twisted. Now, there is potential to heal this, but it seems like, what is it? Beating a dead horse. It's like beating a dead horse is what I'm hearing. It's like, do you really want to do that? You should really just cut your losses and go for your actual happiness. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Scorpio, all you care about is your happiness. 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. You feel like people are leaving you out in the cold. You feel left out in the cold. You feel like nobody has your back. So you're like, screw it. I'm just going to make my own happiness, 10 of Cups. I make my own happiness. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to supply my own 10 of Cups. If no one is going to work with me, I'm going to work by myself. And for a lot of my Scorpios, you're like Aries. You are supposed to work by yourself. You can wonder why when you work for other people, when you have a boss, why the job doesn't go well, why your coworkers or people turn against you or spread rumors about you, and why things go better whenever you're actually your own boss. That's because you're supposed to be. Like, if you actually listened and observed and understood your astrology, you are meant to be an entrepreneur. You are meant to be your own boss. You are not meant to work under another person. So you cannot put a square peg in a round hole. You can't put, a horse inside a house and expect it. It can't graze on carpet. It has to go out and graze on the land. That's a terrible metaphor. But someone here has to go out and graze on the land, and they are going to die if they're in somebody else's, thing. And I hate to be as dramatic as that, but it's just like your soul, Scorpio, is meant to be, you're meant to be entrepreneurial. You're also the death and rebirth cycle. So you're meant to have multiple careers. So if you're somebody who's like, man, I just want to be like that person who's had the same career for 40 years. That's not supposed to be you, Scorpio. It's just not. So you have to accept it. You're supposed to have death and rebirth cycles. And again, if you knew your chart and you got your chart read, you could see, oh, at this age, I'm going to have a new career. And at this age, I'm going to have a whole brand new career at this age. And that's just how it is. And so Scorpio, when you're getting into a relationship, it's important important to know these things about you, but to also, you know, be able to explain these things to your partner. Coming up really strong for me is the quote. I'm going to butcher it and I'm just going to paraphrase it. But basically this man was saying his favorite thing about his wife, and, you know, it's like on their deathbed or in their 90s. He's like, my favorite thing about my wife was falling in love with all of the different people that she became in the course of our marriage, and falling in love with each and every single one of those versions of her, knowing that she was always going to evolve. She was always going to change. She's going to look totally different. The things that she cares about, what matters to her, is going to be different. So for some of my Scorpios, if you're in a relationship and your partner is completely drastically changing and you're like, what's going on? They're a freaking Scorpio. Accept them. Love them for it. It's what they're supposed to do. Like, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Good on you, Scorpio. Do what you're supposed to be doing. Be that bad bitch. Be that bad guy. Like, be that. I'm hearing, I'm the bad guy. Queen of Cups. It's all about self-love, baby. And the more you love yourself, again, the more that you attract someone who is actually in alignment with what you're on and what you're about. And then whenever you have people come into your life, Scorpio, who like with you and what you're about, then you don't care and you don't miss the naysayers. You don't miss the people who are in that petty competitive energy of crime and punishment. You don't miss those connections, family, friends, or work, or intimate lovers who, you know, always try and make you feel less than, or who won't give you, who will just breadcrumb you. Because whenever you have people who really support you and mess with you and love what you're about, then you won't even look twice. You won't even listen. It's like, I can't hear you. Did someone hear that? Like, when people from your past try and talk to you, Scorpio, and you're like, what? Did someone say something? Like, I can't hear that. You can't hear it because, again, they're not on your frequency. There's an energy here of being at a level of supreme peace, Queen of Cups with the 10 of Cups, and you aren't going to let anybody come near that. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, ooh, who is hiding what? Someone hid something here. All right, so I'm feeling the storyline. Someone's going to be exposed. Something's exposed. This goes back to the storyline that I was saying earlier in this reading of somebody, person A betrayed person B. When person B walks away, person A is like, why did person B walk away? I'm mad at person B for walking away, even though person A knows darn well that they betrayed person B. This is very strong in the Sagittarius reading. So someone betrayed somebody. That person walked away because they were betrayed. But the person who walked away is getting pointed fingers at, like they're the one who's the betrayee, when they were the one that was getting betrayed in the first place. And the other people know darn well that they were betraying that person. That's coming through very strongly with Sagittarius. All I have to say is karma is a bitch. Yeah. Lovers, very karmic here. There's something here. Yeah, the Lovers, the Tower, and the Sun card. Jeesh. Sag, could this get any more dramatic? Lies are being exposed. The Sun is all about exposure. The Tower, Scorpio, but also it crumbles false foundations. So Sagittarius, there's something here of a false foundation. Now for my Sagittariuses who are in a loving, happy relationship and you're like, this is so not me, then congratulations, you're pregnant, the Sun with the Tower card, or you're going to be soon, or you're going to welcome a child in soon. Or you want that. And your partner may not, because we have the Devil with the Lovers here in the 7 of Wands. So someone here is ready for a new level. If you're in a relationship and you're Sagittarius, you are ready for like the next level of commitment. You're ready to take it to the next step. And your partner is just stalling. And they're stalling, 9 of Wands with the Devil, because of their past disappointments. In fact, some of them could even really strongly project this onto you, like they're disappointed in you, but it's really that they're disappointed in themselves because they feel like they can't, I'm hearing compensation. So someone here, sorry, I'm giving all those secrets away. Some of my Sagittariuses, you could be dealing with someone, or you could have a small PP and someone here could have a compensation issue. I'm sorry, you guys. I just have to say it because it's coming out with the Tower and being exposed here and disappointment. Someone here is disappointed in the size of someone's dingling. And what I have to say about that is, you guys, size does not matter. It really doesn't. And if it does matter to the person that you're with, then that's not the person you're supposed to be with. And if you're insecure about your size, then maybe try being with cultures that, you know, are known for more small packages, because they will be perhaps more receptive and accepting, and they're not going to be as, you know, like judgmental of the small package. And I'm so sorry, but it's just coming out really strongly. It's coming through so strongly. I'm so sorry for spilling the tea on that one, but someone here just has a small dingling and they're very insecure about it. And it's also why they could even go around and be this player-like energy, because they feel like no one's going to want to love them for life, because how could someone be loyal to this for the rest of their life? Again, crime and punishment energy is coming through really strongly. So Capricorn and Gemini placements are coming out really strongly with this as well. With the star, this needs to be healed, because again, it's not about what you have, it's about how you work it. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. So got some Missy coming through. There can also be an energy here of, on the flip side, someone here could have a large ding-a-lang with the devil in the tower, and they could feel like they're all that in a bag of chips because their size. And someone here is just so disappointed, and they're like, God, this person is like an ogre of a person, and they think the world of themselves because of their large manhood. But they're a little boy inside, and they have like no substance because they don't really work on their intelligence, they don't work on getting to know new skills, because they just walk around slanging their ding-a-ling around. I'm sorry, but it's coming through. The devil, the tower, the sun card. Like, you get what you ask for, right? I'm hearing you got served. You got served. So someone here, you got served. All right, if you guys would like a personal reading, message me for my terms of service and my pricing. I'm going to actually maybe even get back on later tonight because I have a lot more collective messages to share. Please check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and please like and subscribe to the channel because it helps it grow. Thank you.